Hi guys, I got on this video. This is Royce Williams back with another video or whatever. It's amazing today because the enemy been had me so detached and so confused that I didn't realize that I was being blessed in my life, and I was being blessed in several ways. So Lord had blessed me with things, blessing me with the doors that's opening up, and I can see it, but I was so focused on the health part of it that I can't see. But that's not even really the real message I'm gonna bring today. The real message we're gonna bring today is basically this right here. For you can have everything in the world. You can have phones, and God has blessed me abundantly with 2 phones and jewelries and suits and all kinds of stuff, people, and it's just amazing. But what made me realize night or whatever what I was going through is basically I've been hard on myself. Well, been trying to live in a perfect image of trying to get sin all the way out of my life, but I can't get sin all the way out of my life. For what I realize is that we're subject to sin because we're not like God, we're not perfect. But at the same time, what stood out to me in this video when this man came across my screen is he said God will crush you when you think you're high, like the king did in the Bible. One of God's written kings, he was the highest king of them all, but he let his greed and his pride overrule God. So I realized what stuff had to happen or whatever. But you know what? I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to tell a story, but I'm not really conflicted by the past, but we'll go a little bit into past to get my point across. So, in this story right here, I would say a couple of years ago, I was at the pinnacle of my height. God had been blessing me abundantly. Like, it's so crazy where entrepreneurs, you say something, and if you're a go-getter, you really end up with that thing you said. I had that type of confidence, but it was in myself though. See, it wasn't in God, it was myself. That I had the confidence in myself, I can pull out them keys and whatever. So every car I said I would get, I always ended up with it. Or I had 2 Monte Carlos, Cadillacs, foreign cars, automobiles, every car that I named, Suburbans and stuff. So it was a certain point in my life I got to where I got tired of my environment. Going to work every day, dealing with these people that's hating on me because of the things I have, but they didn't know what I had to do to get it. I had to work really, really, really hard to get it. But see, this is where the plot twist come into. Yes, I had to work very hard to get it, but we forget who gives us them things, who blesses us to be able to get them things, which is God or whatever. But see, I was of the world back then, so I never thought twice or thought any time about humbling myself or whatever. So when I got on my knees and I asked God, I don't want to end up like these people. Boom! Within a snap of a finger, I said within a month, health started going down slowly. He started breaking me down because I realized that now that he had to humble us, just like he had to humble some other people when they think they at the top of their pinnacle or whatever, they're president of this certain company or at basically a manager over a group of people they didn't like at one point. They gave them a hard time. Now you want to give them a hard time or whatever. That's not God like. And God will crush you. God will have them to fire you, the other people fire you, because then you'll be powerless. So you couldn't manage the little power that you had because you was prideful, show everything, pop off this, talk all about the mouth, she was all this in a bag of cans, and we just gonna put it like that. But God has to humble himself. Then I want to also get into we'll never be perfect. Is I try so hard to live my Christian life without any flaws or whatever. But I know now that my mentors made me understand that we are subject to fault and we always ain't gonna be perfect. We just don't let that sin that we are committing or whatever take over our whole soul or whatever. So basically what that means is as long as we still doing what we was doing before, living for God and still putting the Bible, that doesn't mean it's okay, but eventually it will fade away slow. But the enemy always brings the past. The enemy like to use our mind as a playing field, which I know that, and I recognize every little thing that goes on for we fighting spiritual warfare with our health. For the devil like to attack certain parts of our body, our shoulders, our back, hearts, livers, kidneys, or whatever that may be in your life, and sometimes even your mind. For the devil's strategy is to kill, steal, and destroy. For one, steal your joy, steal your happiness, your finances, or whatever thing he can steal. Kill, whether kill your spirit or the same thing. It all has to do with mind. And destroy your soul and your mind. It's the same key thing. Kill, steal, and destroy. But it's all within a minefield or whatever thing. So I recognize the signs or whatever, but see, the devil he has to operate certain people in a stronger way. So he deals with me in a stronger way where he might do somebody else or whatever. See, I might think I got it figured out on this part, and then the devil come at me another part, and then when I got that part melt down, then he come at me through the back door in another part. That's just how the devil operates or whatever. So we can't beat him, but God can beat him or whatever. So which means that's why we have to pray or whatever. We're not gonna be perfect. So that's what I realized. But I also realized is God is bringing me on a higher level to resources and abundance and blessing me with things that I want and I don't need, but I have it anyway. I thank God for it, for everything he's doing. He opening doors for me, interviews and stuff. For I had interviews for it. I've been praying and I've been saying it out my mouth. For what they really do say, what you say out your mouth, that becomes true. For word off the tongue, I said, Lord, I need another job, I need another job, I need another job. Boom, I got an interview at a job that I wasn't looking at. And then what turns this out is she wasn't even looking to hire nobody. And then right after I left the meeting, I wasn't even scheduled in that interview. She just told me, boom, I got your email or whatever. You could just come to the meeting. See, I wasn't even scheduled, but that's how God works, though. But I'm just waiting, standing in the gap for God to turn around for me for what I need, is I need something closer. But in the same while, in the mixed while, but God is able to do all things or whatever. For I know that I go to Him to repent and reconsolidate or whatever. It's a constant fighting warfare. That's why nobody want to switch over and live for God, because they know they will have to deal with warfare out this world. It's going to be warfare every day. Basically, that's going to be mainly with your mind, with your body. He going to pull everything, every string he can pull or whatever, whether that be anything or challenging. See, the devil knows what strategies to use to get it next to you, whether that be a co-worker getting on your nerves, whether you be cussing every day because somebody agitating you. The devil knows how to play the minefield. But on to this message. So another thing he has said is when we get so prideful, we don't recognize what God does. We don't give him the glory. We don't even thank him behind the doors or personally or even in public of what he blessed us with. We don't even get on our knees and pray, Lord, thank you for this big house I'm living in. Lord, thank you for the little things you blessed me with, 2 phones, or whether that be the small thing, 2 phones, a meal to eat, money for me to go make groceries, this car that somebody gave me that I bought this new car or whatever. Even if it was just you working all that long time or whatever, what gave you strength to do that? what gave you strength to work that long? Nothing but the Lord or whatever. For when you sick on your sick days, you get up and you have to push through it or whatever. Who give you strength? It's not the devil, because the devil rather see you dead, kill, steal, or destroy or fired off your job. But God is here that you might have light in life. That's why He died on the cross, that you might have hope or whatever. Getting up every day, every morning, knowing that the man above is going to give you strength or whatever. So He asked me to deliver this message or whatever. For it touched my spirit or whatever, because it was the same thing I'm going through. For I'm waiting on a breakthrough, and I know my breakthrough is right around the corner, and that's for everybody. For when you waiting on something and you've been praying for something, you've been praying for deliverance or whatever, for it's your season, you'll know it, because the enemy will keep coming and coming and coming. It's nice that I've been saying, why am I getting attacked so hard? It has to be something or whatever that's about to happen good for me or whatever. For I'm getting attacked so hard or whatever. The enemy attacks God's people so hard, but that's only, the enemy is really, really on his job when he knows that you on the urge of a breakthrough. But some stuff break you or whatever, but even though when I get to my breaking point, I round right back up, read my Bible or something, getting it in the spirit. That's why the enemy never wins with me, because I'm going to go back to the basics. I'm going to go back to the basics of where I remember it, reading my Bible, studying devotions every day, writing in my book, a poem or whatever, making goals or whatever. I try to keep God on my mind, or I might switch up and listen to church music or whatever. We should always do that though. But this message mainly forget, when you get on the next level, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget about God. Don't forget who put you there. But I thank you for watching this message. Until next time, thank you for watching.